All right, well, she's a little dirty, but this is the 1969 Opel GT Parts Car that I found a little further away than the last time. It was also in Colorado, but further north, so it took quite a bit longer. This was about an 18-hour round trip for this thing, so now I have to stop and thank my neighbor even more for helping me out with this one, because this took us, it was a real journey to go up and get it, but it has almost everything I'm gonna need to get going on my project. I've got a front bumper, which I need. I've got an interior, which is much better than the one I have, a dashboard that I can probably even salvage. And I've got some parts in here with it. But and all the switch gear inside, and the interior itself is in much better shape. So we went through some sleet and some snow and some thick fog on the way back, some snow on the way up as well. Okay, so you can see the dashboard is pretty toasted, but it is nowhere near as bad as the one that I have. So this one is salvageable. I can fix this one. So I've got to get this apart. So one of the first things I'm going to have to do is take the dashboard and the rest of the interior out of this, because it doesn't have a windshield, because that was the deal. I got the car, he kept the windshield. So I'm going to have to pull all this stuff pretty much right away. And that's going to be project number one. So, well, project number one is going to be getting it off the trailer, but I only got about 5 hours of sleep between coming back with this thing and this morning, so I'm gonna take my time, I think. All right, so she's off the trailer. Slight adventure. So you can get a little bit better look at her now. She's really pretty. It's really too bad she's going to be a parts car. And she really does need to be a parts car. There's just too much rust underneath. Even though she looks pretty nice, you can see if we look close, there's some spots. There's obviously some repair there. And we got a lot of rot started here. And if we look underneath, there's a lot of rust as well. Let's see if I can get underneath. So unfortunate, but can't bring this one back to life. But the other one's solid, and this one's got pretty much everything that the other one needs. I can see this dashboard's a little bit better now that the frost has thawed off of it. And the steering wheel is not in great shape, but the rest of the dash and the interior isn't too bad. The carpet's probably trash, but the rest of the interior is in better shape. The door cards are better, the headliner is better, and all the switch gear and all the gauges look to be intact. So hopefully I can use a bunch of this. He also threw in some exhaust parts and a side view mirror, which I need. This seems like the right mirror, because the one that's on there is just plastic. So yeah, should be able to use a lot of this to restore the interior of the other one. And also, this one has what appears to be a pretty complete drivetrain. You can see that the mice or something have gotten at the wires, but she's got oil and a dipstick down tube, so it's good. And it seems like it's all intact, so if I've got issues with the other one, I might be able to pull this or just use parts from this. And seems like she's a pretty good parts car, basically a complete car minus a windshield. And I think we're going to be able to make this go. So unfortunate, it's so pretty in yellow that we can't get this thing to go, because it's a nice little GT. But yeah, this'll do it. I'm going to start in on the removal of the dashboard next, and the rest of the interior parts, so that I can park it out back of the garage and put a tarp over it and not have to worry about the mice getting in and eating my interior.